back, everyone. No better way to start the week than celebrating another wonderful happy tale. And here to share some great news is Larissa, Larry the Lab, who's already visiting Debbie and I here, and his new mom, Regina. Welcome.
Yes. I'm so happy you were here with Larry. I mean, this just makes my heart jump for joy. We are now up to 771, adoptions, which I sent on Friday. And one of them is because of you. And, you know, I'll just remind everybody Larry's backstory for a second, and then I want to hear all about your adoption. Okay. But Larry came on our show. You know, he was found literally laying in the dirt outside a warehouse. Luckily, there was a mailman that was feeding him scraps. And some good Samaritans found him, took him into their car, took him home, gave him a bath, scrubbed him up, made him, you know, shine like he does and like he is. And then he came on our show, and we showcased him because he just caught my attention so much when I saw that first picture of him laying in the dirt. And he still couldn't find a home. And thankfully, I was jumping for joy when I saw the happy adoption photo of you, Regina, with Larry.
Yeah, Regina.
It's amazing.
Yeah. my new son.
Yes, yes.
And he's so happy, and as are you, I know, and you fell in love with him at love at first sight, but there was something really special that caught your eye about Larry.
So I have a friend who's with the Love Leo Rescue, and she posts pictures up on Facebook of the different dogs, and I saw Larry. And Larry came up, my brother's name is Larry, and he passed away a couple years ago, but he was a lover of rescue dogs and a lover of yellow labs. And so
it was meant to be.
It was meant to be. And the woman who was the adoptee, her name's Sasha, that's my best friend's name, so it was like, this is a sign.
Oh, wow.
It's a sign.
Right.
No, I believe that. Regina, I believe that
I do too.
the ones who have passed come to us in very special ways, and maybe that was your brother saying
And
hello.
there he is.
And here he is. And then, so here you rescue Larry.
So wait, so then I look, wait, sorry. So I start like looking at Larry like, oh my gosh, and then Larry ends up being famous. So he's on the dodo, laying in the ditch. I didn't know about the backstory. And then I see Home and Family, and I see you calling him Eeyore. And I was like, oh, because he is kind of Eeyore-ish, you know?
Like Eeyore.
Because he has the last, yeah, and I was like, he is.
Yeah, I thought he was like Yoda. He's so wise. Look at him. He has a lot to say.
And then speaking of famous, it just kept
speaking
going.
of famous, it got even bigger. I mean, he's so famous, he has more Instagram followers than any of us do. So basically what happens, you take him home, you give him a beautiful home, you've rescued him, but that wasn't enough. Larry had another plan. 4 days later, someone calls you.
I get a phone call, would you like to be on the American Rescue Dog Show? I was like, with who? and they were like, with Larry. I said, well, I've only known him for like 4 days, but okay, we'll go. And we went to the dog show.
And he competed in Best in Special Needs, right?
He did. He got it. I brought his little ribbon, but I forgot it.
Oh, but you know what? We can take a look at him in the competition.
Oh,
Take a look.
oh gosh.
Let's
Here
see.
we go.
Next is Larry, a lab mix. Larry has a hormonal condition called Cushing's. He was rescued by Love Leo Rescue and is here today with his forever mom, Regina Gishpence.
Can I see your little face? Oh, Larry.
Yeah, he was abandoned by his family.
Okay.
And he's been in a shelter for like a year.
Aww.
And so he's a little shy still.
Oh, my goodness.
He's allowed to be shy. All those peepholes in the camera. Oh, he's settling in here, though, isn't he?
Not
He's
shy
settling in here. In the clip, we heard that Larry has a condition called the Cushing's disease.
Cushing's disease.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Cushing's disease is a condition that he has hyper amounts of cortisol or stress hormone in his body, which you can only imagine living in a ditch for a year, you know? And so now he has medication, and I give him probiotic yogurt in the morning to help his digestion. And his belly is it used to be really distended, and it's going down. And he's happier, like he was a grumpy guy because he had a big belly. And now he's so good. He's just so great. I love him.
He's feeling better, and so he's happier, of course.
It's only been 3 months that he's been with you. And, I mean, he's super famous. He's clearly enjoying his fame.
Who knew?
What has the transformation been like for you?
I just can't believe that he's famous, A. But B, but B, he's just so good. Like, he's so happy to hear his backstory, and he's still such a trusting, loving soul. Like it warms your heart and it gives you hope.
And I know that you said he didn't bark.
He didn't bark he just started barking yesterday, actually. He barked at
Which
the
is a good
mailman.
sign, you said.
Yes. I looked up, if your dog doesn't bark, what does that mean? And it could mean that he's so traumatized that he can't ever bark again, or his vocal cords were cut by some nasty person. So he barked at the mailman yesterday, and the UPS man, and the gardener. So we were like, yeah.
I know one of the other things you said was when you first got him, he was following you constantly. He wouldn't get in the car because he thought he was being dumped again.
Yeah, because he got dumped 3 times. So every
Right.
time you'd take him in the car, he'd be like, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm going back in. And so even today, to get him here, I'd bring my son with me to lift him in the car because he doesn't like to go. He hasn't learned that the car takes you to great places, you know.
I
So we have to take him to the car and go on walks and then come right back home to let him know that the car's a good thing.
But that's great that you're working on that.
Yeah.
And what would you tell other people out there that might be thinking about taking a rescue home and giving them a forever home, but just not quite sure?
I tell you what I would say about a rescue dog is they are honestly the most grateful souls you'll ever meet in your life. And they are so protective of you. Like, once you've realized, I think I'm really in, you know, I think that's why he's barking. He's like, I'm home and I feel safe and I'm protecting my home. And it gives you such a feeling, the love you get from them, the unconditional love, just makes you feel like a better person.
Yeah.
You know?
And even to one with special needs.
Oh, well, even then, I mean, he's special needs, but he's still a gem. So he needs a pill in the morning. Who doesn't?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You
A lot of people have high
it's
blood
so-
pressure.
It's so true.
I did not see that one coming. That's right.
Take a pill for your blood pressure. Give you
Blood
one
pressure,
prescription.
vitamin.
I appreciate the honesty. Yeah, absolutely.
But Larry, you know, once Larry got into rescue, which you kind of think, woof, okay, he's safe, he had been in 2 or 3 other homes and still returned because of his Cushing's disease, because it required a little extra attention, a little, maybe going to the vet a little more often.
It probably was not even diagnosed, I imagine. They
It,
just
it
thought,
wasn't until
And
he
he
was
gets
rescued.
horrible separation anxiety. So you can't leave the house for any amount of time. So they would leave and they'd come home and he'd scratch something or because he was scared.
But now you guys are working on that. And, it, you know, it just again proves that there is a home for every dog. No matter what situation the dog has, there is somebody out there that can't wait to fill the needs of that dog.
Right.
And thank goodness Regina and her
Regina.
family
Yes,
stepped in
Regina.
and helped.
Thank you, Larry.
And thank you, Larissa, as well.
Oh my God.
Talk about happy tales
Look at
all
him.
day long. To see the animals we showcase every day, you know where to go, hallmarkchannel.com and savedbytheL.com as well.
He's my favorite.
Later on Home and Family, we're learning how to recharge and be more present in all of our relationships. Plus, it's National Clam Chowder Day, and we are serving up a hearty bowl to celebrate.